What's up, everybody, and welcome to ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news. I'm Drew Mosley. That's the one, the only Scott Savage. Scott, what's going on, man? Happy Monday.
You know, I almost beat Callisto. Almost.
Oh,
I think
wow.
I'm right in the last little bit here. Yeah.
Dude, that's fast. Did you expect to go through it this quick?
Because of everybody talking about it online, I knew it wasn't very long, but it's been long enough. Yeah, I have complicated thoughts on it.
Maybe we'll get a review out of you. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I could certainly pull one out.
Is that what you've been playing all weekend?
Yeah, that's been this weekend for me. I played a couple rounds of Fortnite, actually, but that was before the whole graphical update.
Yeah. It's it looks good. I played last night with my kids. It was fun.
I'm hoping it brings more people back into it because I keep getting some easy wins. All right, and I know how that sounds, but
Yeah, we'll see what happens. And the challenges are out there. People are coming. They'll be coming in hot now, I think, now that it's all been updated. And dude, do you see who we're getting? Mr. Beast is going to be
Geralt versus Rivia versus Doom guy.
Mr. Beast
versus Kratos. Who is not in Fortnite? Has Sam Fisher? That's the joke. Has Sam Fisher been in Fortnite yet?
Right? Yeah, I got into Predecessor over the weekend a lot, actually.
Nice.
I've
only seen good things about that so far online.
I'm pretty sure I put in close to 8 hours over the weekend. There's a lot of that going on. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, still working away at that. I'm playing catch up, man. I only got a couple more of the order left to go, so I'm getting. Oh, it's so close. I just want to start the last chapter.
I'm gonna play that probably about the same time when Mirage comes out. Just the way I'm so delayed.
Oh man, yeah, that's not gonna.
I would gladly jump on Mirage. If that were to come down the pipe.
I'm looking forward to checking out Mirage, big time. I cannot wait to play that, actually. So, Scott, what we can't wait, though, for is what is happening this week and today. Of course, everybody, remember, we are giving away one of these, the Logitech G Cloud, thanks to our friends over at Logitech. This is something you're not going to want to miss. Head over to our YouTube channel. There we have a video live, and it has all the rules and details how you can enter. And we'll be announcing the winner this Wednesday, so we're not too far away at all, actually.
It's exciting, and I'm jealous for the winner.
We also,
I like that device.
Yeah, so that's round one. Round one of giveaways, Scott. It is the holidays, which means we have lots to give away. So we'll be doing a couple more others before the end of end of the year, that's for sure. But let's get into today's show, where people can join us live over on twitch.tv/the official ITG, as well as YouTube, of course, at ITG. But if you can't join us live, hit us up later. InsideTheGame.ca, podcast services and TV streaming networks around the globe. Coming up on today's show, a new trailer for Naughty Dog's upcoming transition to television, thanks to HBO, just received a new trailer and has a few callbacks to the previous titles. Can't wait to get into that discussion. The Game Awards, Scott, will be shorter this year. Why? Well, we have a few thoughts on that, of course. And another member of 343 Industries leaves the studio, Scott.
That's not a good sign exactly.
Not
or maybe
really.
just a sign of frustration.
There's definitely some questions.
When you get rained on all day, every day online too, it can't sit well.
No, I think after a while it does get a little exhausting, right? So yeah, we'll get into that discussion here real quick. But first, let's get into it. This is Logan Moore over comicbook.com. The Last of Us HBO trailer contains notable callbacks to The Last of Us Part 2. Scott, The Last of Us Part 2, are they combining both games into the series? We'll find out. The latest trailer of HBO's upcoming TV adaptation of The Last of Us contains a rather notable callback to The Last of Us Part 2. Within the past day or so, HBO finally showed off the best look so far that we've seen of The Last of Us TV show. Man, I cannot wait. This also dropped in proximity to Brazil Comic-Con, which is probably some timing to do with that. And while the trailer might have contained a number of familiar scenes, that's for sure, dude. There's a couple things I was like, yep, see that one. Saw the brothers in there. Saw Henry and Sam in there. I was like, oh, they are there. That's very cool. Yeah, dude, there's just so many things. But the biggest thing came back here was during the final minute or so of the new trailer, a version of the song Take On Me. This was played by Ellie in Last of Us Part 2, and it's portrayed here within the trailer as well. Scott definitely picked up a bunch of little tidbits, things here or there. Ellie, we saw the reveal of Joel's daughter just last week as well. We actually see her now in the trailer. Man, there's a lot to unpack, and the more I see, and then we saw the big brute come out. Dude, there's just I'm so ready for January 15th. Man, oh man, I cannot wait. Are you looking forward to playing or checking out this one? I was gonna say play. There's nothing to play. You're watching this.
Because I haven't been able to play it. Yeah, I've been really excited about this, but I'm not gonna get those little Easter eggs, those hints.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to understand it really. Do you have a favorite infected type that you're willing to see? Because there's that poll going around the internet, and really? I think that was because a picture of a bloater was shown off.
Yeah, right at the end, you see this big thing crawl out from underneath. Oh man, they all come crawling out at the end. It was just, here we go, right? This is, Bill was in there. Like, man, there's so many things going in there. Sam and Henry was something I was like, oh, that's a nice touch. I'm glad to see that they were there. They had a big role within the first game itself. And then, yeah, getting back to your question though, dude, it's the clickers. The clickers for me are like, they're just so, I think unique. Like zombies are zombies. Everybody knows zombies. And this is their portray of what their version of Naughty Dog's version of is for zombies, and they did it with a clicker. So it's a little bit different, but at the same time, not so different. So it has me excited, man. I cannot wait for January 15th to come around. And yeah, there's gonna be so, I hope they've got to have the giraffe moment in it. We've seen pictures of it, and it was just, there's so many moments that are in this game and in the franchise, and now they're getting into touches of The Last of Us Part 2 as well. I wonder if they're gonna pull, I believe it's 9 episodes. How much do they pull from both, right? Or do they focus on the first game mostly and kind of work on that and then lead into the second? Like, do they end off with the second one? So I don't know. Yeah.
Well, maybe that would make a lot of sense. You could lead up to another season.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be cool with me. Like, yeah. Dude, are
you worried about this one though, or
no?
Like, do you think this is going to be a Halo type scenario where it works, but it's not for the fan? This seems to be for the fan, but
this one feels way more in line with what we've known from the series than Halo. Like, dude, Master Chief took his helmet off in the first episode.
Yeah, that was.
The dude's never taking his helmet off, man. Like, first episode, poof, off it comes. And then if the
It
rest
should
of
have
the
been
season,
another helmet underneath. If it was another helmet underneath, I would have clapped.
yeah, it's I think the directors and everybody are paying a lot more attention to The Last of Us and how everybody feels about this franchise, and that they don't want to muck it up moving forward and getting into the next scenario kind of thing, right? And then they need to follow suit for the games who haven't played the games, so that they have an understanding of what they're getting into and want to get into the games. I think this is where they take Naughty Dog to the next level, not only game development, storytelling, and world telling as well, their environments and the world that they created here within The Last of Us, how they can portray across multiple mediums from video games into television. And then, dude, will we see a movie someday? Possibly. Like, who knows, right? Because there was initially talk. Well, there was initial talk of that as well, but they didn't want to shrink the story down in a matter of 2 to 3 hours, where they want to tell it over multiple hours with a television series. And it's kind of the reason why they took this approach. So, yeah, very cool, man.
I like TV series for that reason alone. Just because it gives you more time. It's not all crammed together. And especially when it's based on a well-established IP like this, you don't want to take those shortcuts. Nobody's going to appreciate that.
No. Dude, it sounds like we're getting a shorter version of the Game Awards, though, which is interesting to see. The Game Awards will be significantly shorter this year due to feedback, says Jeff Keighley. This is Jordan Midler over at VGC. The Game Awards creator, Jeff Keighley, has said that the upcoming show will be significantly shorter than last year due to feedback from viewers. Dude, last year was like 3 hours long.
Yeah, I remember that one being incredibly long, but not painfully long my memory.
I felt like it went fast, right? Last year. I think it went much faster than what 3 hours turned out to be. It wasn't. We've seen some press conferences, man, that just drag and drag and drag.
Oh.
And there's I know which one you're thinking of. So am I.
I've turned 15 minutes into an hour. It was strange, that.
Yep, absolutely. But this one always felt like it was moving. So we'll see how this one goes now. But he has this to say, one thing we're doing this year is we're trying to make the show a little bit shorter, Keighley said. I won't say anything official until we're through our rehearsals, but we think it's going to be a significantly shorter show this year. Explaining the decision to shorten the routine, Keighley said, we think that there's been a little bit of fatigue about how long the show has been. There are lots of games and lots of things we wanted to be a part of, but we're cutting back those things and hopefully have a bit more of a streamlined show. Scott.
Okay.
Makes sense? Dude, how long do you think this is going to be?
I would still expect at least 2 hours, just because it is a long event. There's a lot of hype running up to this and a huge amount of awards. But
yeah,
I always think back to I was in one of those Twitter spaces. I believe that was last year.
Right. And
one of the questions came out that was, is there going to be a lot of advertisement? Is this going to be just a big 2 hours of advertisement?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jeff had a very puzzled response. He said, isn't the whole thing commercial?
Yeah, it is, but it's also there to, thank the developers and warrant those who've succeeded as well, right? I get where they're coming from, but man, no, like when you do world premiere, that's a commercial, right? How many of those do you do that aren't even world premiere? So we'll see. But this comes a day after Keighley said that he has felt this is good. He hasn't felt this good about a show in a while during a Reddit AMA. He also claimed that the show would feature 30 to 40 games, showing new content and a familiar number of new game announcements. So there's a lot going on there. 30 to 40 games though, Scott. Dude, I'm down to see what's new, what's exciting. I'm always up to that hype. I love that stuff, man. Pre-show again, of course. We will be there on Thursday night, streaming it here, checking it out. Definitely cannot wait to get more.
I think that is quite late for us over here Eastern.
I thought it was 4:30, isn't it? 4:30 in the afternoon here. I don't think it's that late at all. Yeah.
I'm not sure what I was seeing then, because I thought it was somewhere around 8 o'clock at night.
I'm checking right now. Let me find out. It wasn't in the doc, so I want to say.
I'm not certain if that would have been the opener or if that's the next day number 2 of it. I'm not even certain how this is laid out this year.
Let's take a look here. I just added it to the thing here, there, this way, that way. Dude, I don't see it. Read more. All right, so we're looking for a time. I want to say, dude, there is no time. It says show up. We're just gonna show up, people, and we'll be a part of it somehow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure though it's 4:30. I'll have to take a look to find out for sure. But I am looking forward to it. Are you looking forward to the awards? Or are you nervous at all?
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I'm wondering how much of a firestorm is going to happen because of the winner. You know, Kratos versus Elden.
Is really what it comes down to, isn't it?
Yeah, who wins objectively? I really don't know.
Time will tell. Time is only a couple days away. Dude, we're just like 3 days away now, which is it's pretty exciting. Let's get into some unfortunate news. Halo Infinite multiplayer director has quit 343 Industries. Not good news. This comes from Andy Robinson over at VGC. Tom French shared the news in a tweet on Friday, writing, quote, "After over 11 and a half years on Halo, I step out of my Spartan armor for the last time today to head off to new adventures. It's been a massive honor."
Stepping out of his javelin. I had to say it. I felt it.
Yeah. It's been a massive honor to have been part of a game I loved so much as a player and admired so much as a developer. I couldn't be more proud of my team at 343. Friendship with the partner coincides with the recent arrival of long-awaited features such as Campaign Co-op, the Forge Open Beta, and Mission Replay, all of which were previously delayed on several occasions. Scott, also take note of, he's not the first to leave the studio in the past year at all, right? We do know Bonnie Ross had to step away due to family emergency issues, so we do wish her all the best, and hopefully something pans out well over there for her. But they've also seen others leave the studio, and I question now, when you have the such a high as a director leaving the multiplayer scene, Scott, like, what's the future now for Halo? And I've been worried about Halo for a long time.
Yeah, well, I'm wondering if there is much more of a future in terms of multiplayer direction, or are we just going to see out the plan that's already been laid out, and then that'll be it? Which is what I would suspect.
Well, they do have the winter update out right now. Have you checked that out at all?
Yeah, no, I have not actually. I've seen a ton of stuff made in Forge that's really exciting.
Cool.
And I've up until now just completely ignored Forge.
Yeah. That's fair. It's going to take a while, I think, for that community to grow, because it takes time to build all these levels and things like that, right? Move it forward. So
I couldn't even understand it. Not in my 20 minutes I spent trying to learn how to know.
I jumped in too to take a quick look, and I was like, wow, there is a lot going on here, which is cool to see. So if those who are eager enough to get in and really start creating stuff in the world of Halo, here's your opportunity. But to me right now, Halo is in a scary spot to somewhat just disappear, I think, Scott, to be honest, for a while, at least.
They better not rush out the next game.
No. So, yeah, it's just Halo Infinite hasn't really panned out the way everybody was kind of hoping was going to be, right? The community seems to be there, but it seems to be much smaller than what it once was. It does have a lot of competition now as well in front of it. So when you have Warzone, you have Overwatch 2 just came out, you're competing with Fortnite. Like, there's so much there already on the go that's already at our fingertips. How do you break the mold of what Halo was, stay true to the fans, but yet still, try to climb to number one? And they haven't been able to do that in quite some time.
I think it's just a battle royale. That's really the only option. I don't think you should change Halo very much, because what do you want it to be more like Fortnite? What's the point?
No, absolutely. I get that. But at the same time, dude, they're losing, right? So how much longer do you stick around for Halo, or does 343 move on to something completely different?
That would be interesting,
right? Because all they've been doing is Halo. So maybe here's your chance. You know what? Halo Infinite hasn't really panned out the way we hoped it would. We're now working on a brand new IP.
We've paired them with the Coalition, and now we're making something new.
That'd be cool, right? Coalition's probably working on the next Gears.
I think they were created to prop up Gears as well.
Yeah, they were.
In a similar way.
Gears 5 that was a cool game. I enjoyed that one pretty well. So let's get into the next one, because I enjoyed this game too. Sifu is being adapted into a live action film by John Wick creator.
That sounds so cool to me, just based on that.
Dude, it makes total sense. And they've done it before. Like when they're leading into commercials for the hype of the game to build up some traction. Dude, they did it like a whole live action scene commercial. It was like a 9-minute commercial. Cool. So yeah, it was cool. I'm like, yo, this is awesome. I'm glad to see this. But this comes from Stephanie Jackson now. Must have, looks like she got married. Congratulations, Steph. So this is over at VG 24/7. Soul Claps Kung Fu game Sifu is getting the movie treatment courtesy of Story Kitchen and John Wick writer Derek Kolstad. Dude, I'm down. John Wick writer makes total sense to do this, doesn't it?
Hell yeah.
Come on. Yeah. So if you're familiar with Sifu, it centers around a tale of revenge. Dude, it sounds like John Wick.
A kung fu game movie about revenge?
Unheard of.
That's never been done.
Yeah. In the game, you play as a young student who has spent their life training for revenge over the murder of their entire family by a squad of assassins. If you haven't checked this game out, I highly recommend you do. It's over on the Epic Game Store. PC, I think that's the only way it is over on PC. It's for Epic, but it's also on PlayStation, which is where I played it. PS4, PS5. And
was it slated to come out for Switch, or am I just imagining that? I can't remember now, but I
think you're imagining
it was something outlandish like that. I have to look
really? Dude, I never thought it would be coming out to Switch. Maybe? I don't think so. But we'll see what happens. It has saw over 10 million hours played in the first month.
Oh, it is Nintendo Switch, yeah.
Wow. Huh, did not see that one coming.
Yeah, I doubted my own eyes.
Yeah, right? Absolutely. Scott, why don't you take the next one? I think this is more up your alley than mine.
The new Dragon Age Dreadwolf cinematic reintroduces the game's villain. BioWare recaps the story of Solace. This is from Chris Skillian at VGC. BioWare has released a new cinematic that recaps the story of the antagonist in Dragon Age Dreadwolf. The wolf is stuck in my head. The work in progress animation was shared as part of Dragon Age Day on Sunday and is narrated by the series' dwarf character, Varric Tethras.
Nice.
That is a name. In it, he tells the story of Solas, an elven mage from Dragon Age Inquisition, who will be the main villain and the titular Dreadwolf in the fourth game. During the announcement, it offered the following summary. Solace, the Dreadwolf. Some say he might be an ancient elven god, but some say not. Others say a betrayer of his people, or a savior who now seeks to rescue them at the cost of your world. His motives are inscrutable and his methods sometimes questionable, earning him a reputation as something of a trickster, deity, a player of dark and dangerous games. This is hyping it up already. It added, whether you're new to Dragon Age stories or you've experienced them all, using Solace's namesake no doubt suggests a spectrum of endless possibilities on where things may go. But at the core of this, like every past game, it's you. If you're new to Dragon Age, you have no need to worry about not having met our antagonist just yet. He'll properly introduce himself when the time is right, but we did hint at his return when we announced The Dreadwolf Rises back in 2018. Yeah, I played a bit of Inquisition.
Did you?
But I didn't get very far, and that was my only experience with Dragon Age.
Okay, let me ask you, why didn't you get far? Was there something about the gameplay that turned you off, or was it just the game itself, or...
The game was a little bit slow paced for what I was looking for at the time.
Mood, right? And it's a mood thing sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not really certain what it was. I don't think it was anything negative on the part of Inquisition.
I played the first one. I played the Dragon Age Origins back in the day. I had a hard time getting into that, and from there, I just never followed suit. Always kind of watch for the distance, but it might be my time to jump in, especially if you don't have to know like all the backstory between everything else. Obviously, you're going to get a better experience if you do know all that. I just do not have time to go back and play those games. That is not going to happen.
Yeah.
Man. Are you looking forward to checking it out, Scott?
Yeah. Well, you would perhaps have time if you put Valhalla down, but
nope.
It's not happening.
Dude, I'm probably if I'm guessing 30 hours from finishing that game completely. They'll put me somewhere around the 160 to 170 hours into that by the time I'm done.
Holy. Yeah. I'm just under 10 hours here with Callisto Protocol, and I'm thinking that's a long time for a short game.
yeah, absolutely. Are you gonna check out the next Dragon Age?
I am very curious. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna. I want to see a little bit more of the gameplay teaser. I want to get hyped for that kind of thing.
Oh, that's fair. Speaking of getting hyped, a lot of people were getting hyped yesterday as it all dropped with Fortnite Season 4 as Doom Guy, Mr. Beast, Geralt, and more. This comes from Bobby over Console Creatures. Yesterday saw the conclusion of Fortnite Chapter 3 with the Fracture event splintering the island before Chapter 4 created an entirely new playable island. For those players who tuned in at the 4 p.m. Eastern to watch the event unfold as it happened, they were to witness the island being reassembled, Scott. Dude, it was kind of cool. Do you check it out? I actually checked it out.
I didn't actually see the video for it. No, only
That's
the
cool.
still of
I liked it.
essentially what we're seeing now.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Granted, it was cool. It was something else to check out. Interesting to see Fortnite just keep evolving. And yeah, that's what I said. Now they're bringing over Doom Guy, Mr. Beast, Geralt. Like, man, oh man, there's so many things. Brand new Battle Pass, of course. That's in there. My kid instantly bought it. He's like, Dad, I'm getting this. I'm like, that's fine. And now they've upgraded it to the Unreal Engine 5.1 as well. Like,
I've seen some short clips of it, and it looks amazing. I'm gonna have to give this a try after.
Oh, there you go. You'll have an update to do, and then yeah, take off. Dude's got all the visuals, and yeah, they're unstoppable. Scott, what is stoppable? Unfortunately, is our show because it's wrapped up for the day. What games do we have out today, though?
We have Swordship, and that's on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, XS, and Switch. Paper Cut Mansion, that's on PC, PS4, 5, Xbox One, X and S, and the Switch. And Cafe Owner Simulator on PC. Can you make it a cat cafe? I could have fun with that.
You probably could. Scott, that's going to wrap up today's show, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us. This has been ITG Daily, the show that brings you everything in the latest in gaming news. You can follow us over on Twitch, YouTube, and of course, over on Twitter. Until tomorrow, everybody, I'm Drew. That's Scott. We'll see you inside the game.